Welcome to Arsenal Central. I'm Russ, and this is my post-match report for Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, which finished nil-nil. Yeah, not another boring game it was, unfortunately. Um, Arsenal needed 120 minutes to beat Newcastle in the FA Cup, and there was no extra time in the game against Palace. It was a poor performance. Um, harken back to our league form of about a month ago when we just couldn't pick up a win at all. Um, and unfortunately, we had players like Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Saka playing today, and they just couldn't make a breakthrough. Um, yeah, it's just nothing to write home about, really. Um, Tierney didn't play in the game. He was dropped. He had tight muscle or something. So Ainsley Maitland-Niles was brought in, and I'm sorry, pal, you had a shocker today. y- Going forward, you were abysmal. Your crossing wasn't great, and your defending, yeah, I think you were getting attacked down your side, and they were just Palace were just making a mincemeat out of you. It's a shame because Ainsley staying over the summer, I thought he was going to get some more chances. I can see him preferably as a midfielder. But yeah, he just has a shocker. He's just got to put that to the back of his mind and move on. Yeah, Tierney not playing was a real big issue for us. He offers so much stability, and his crossing is fantastic. Yeah, so he was a big miss for us tonight. Um, Pablo Mari was dropped in favour of David Luiz. Apparently, he had a tight calf or something, and he's going to be missing a few more games. The skeptic in you could suggest that Flamengo are actually due a payment on Pablo Mari's next appearance of about 1 million euros. So yeah, so funny that he was sort of dropped and he's not going to be played for the next couple of weeks apparently. Um, but saying that, David Luiz did come into the game. He had a decent game. I don't think he did anything wrong really. Um, Bellerin, he had a poor game as well. He did actually started regaining some of his form back. Yeah, he just had a poor game as well. Going forward, he wasn't fantastic. He was sort of losing out in midfield, trying to drive it forward. Um, Xhaka, from what I've heard on other podcasts, there's a bit of mixed reactions to his performance. Um, I thought he was, I thought he was all right. I don't think he was actually outstanding, but he was just laboured in possession as usual. He's not one of those who can have a lot of time on the ball. Um, the time between his brain and his feet, it seems to take a bit longer than other players who can. Think of Santi Cazorla. Um, yeah, his passing wasn't great either. He did give the ball away and got us into some dangerous spots. Um, he did make some actual crucial interventions though. That brought his mark up in my eyes, but basically he was just making up for the faults when he was giving the ball away. But it's a juggling act. Ceballos was pleasing. I thought he did really well. He was actually pulled off, substituted. I don't actually know why. I thought he was had a better game as Xhaka. He came off Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey was it didn't really do very much. He was just sort of wandering around and picking up sort of passes, and he was right. Don't get me wrong. He was all right, but he wasn't moving the play forward at all, which Ceballos was. Um, Palace came with a low block plan, which a lot of teams do when coming to the Emirates. Um, Arsenal just have so many issues trying to break these teams down. Um, I, I think we play better away from home, to be perfectly honest. Um, yeah, especially when teams have to come out and come at us, we're much better. But just trying to break down some teams, like sort of Palace, Newcastle, Brighton, Burnley, any of those, Sheffield United, even those sort of teams, they come with a game plan, stick to it. They're not very adventurous, but yeah, we just have so many issues trying to break those teams down, and I think that really needs to be addressed in the summer. We really do need an overhaul in the midfield. Palace, I mean, for what they did, they were all right. Zaha was causing problems as he always does. He was always in the ref's ear. He was always giving him a bit. Um, David Luiz did leave a mark on him though after a tackle. He did accidentally sort of knee Zaha in the face, just sort of left his mark on him. A bit naughty, but Eze, I think he had a great game as well. He was causing problems, gave Bellerin a lot to think about, and Palace actually outshot Arsenal in the first half. They actually hit the crossbar, and from Benteke, they outshot us 9-2 in the first half, and I think it was the other way around in the second half. Arsenal outshot Palace. Um, 9-3, but basically Palace did have the more shots on target, which is slightly concerning. Lacazette, he was non-existent. He didn't really have many chances. He wasn't getting. I'm not saying he wasn't getting in the right positions, but the ball just wasn't finding its way to him. Aubameyang played the full game again. It's hard with Aubameyang. You want to say he was in the second half. He actually did a lot more. He was actually moving the ball around, getting into better positions, but yeah, it just wasn't a great game, and we've got to put this one to the back of our minds. And we've got Newcastle up next, so hopefully we could be able to put forward a bit of a performance. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you very much for subscribing. I was in my last video, I was on the road to 30 subscribers, and we've absolutely smashed that. So thank you very much. Now we're on the road to 40 supporters, and so if you could just do everything below. If you could like, share, subscribe, and if you feel like writing in the comments, I'm more than happy to have a conversation. Um, just give me some feedback. That'd be great. I mean, if you like this sort of short format, which I think I am going to be doing for the time being. I don't want to waffle on and absolutely bore the pants off you. So, but yeah, thanks very much, and yeah, let's hope for a better performance against Newcastle. So, come on, you Gunners, let's go. Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.